Guys, look who I ran into.
Hey, you all.
Well met, travelers. It is another day in Orlando, Florida. We are at Fun Spot Kissimmee, or Old Town, if you'd rather. Gonna have a bit of a fun spot day. There's some credits I need, and I've never really explored these parks down here. I've stopped by both of them, but I've never really taken a good look around. So why not? Right? We're here. Let's do it. Come along with me. Let's have some fun. You can already hear the coasters going in the background. Let's ride. All right, ride wristband acquired, and I think we should start with a new credit, Galaxy Spin. And again, like some other stuff on this trip, I already know what it's gonna be, but the credit's a credit, right? That's what we always say. Let's credit. Okay. Hooray. Let's go. See what you can do. Okay, standard issue. We wild mousing. Okay. Let's see if it gets real here, folks. All right. Oh, that was interesting for one of these. Whoa, okay. Okay, now we're getting there. All right. I ain't mad about it. Started out as a standard fare wild mouse, but got a little wild at the end there. I'm not mad about it. I usually don't care for those, but that one was definitely more forceful than the ones I've been on before. And those little elements in the middle and the end there, those little pops, those were sick. I mean, for a wild mouse. Let's do a little exploring, shall we? Oh Lord, I guess we do what we gotta do, huh? We've all been on one of these before, but I'll say it again, credit's a credit. There's so many called Sea Serpent and Hurricane. Here we go. Obligatory second round. One more cycle. I appreciate you, bro. What was your name? Jude. Cool. Right on. Good to meet you. It's a miler. You've ridden one. You've ridden them all pretty much. But right off, I think he said his name was Jude. I couldn't hear super well over the coaster, but something similar to that if that's not his name. Really nice guy. Seems to really like working here and very supportive of Thuzies, so make sure to say hi to him. You probably just saw some footage of him just before this. So if you see him, tell him I sent you and said hi. So I saw this game stand and they were selling a guy and then he turns into a pickle. Funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. All right, let's see if this is as bad as I remember it. And yes, I wrote it post-retrack, but I think they did something else to it. I didn't do my research. It really upset me last time. So let's see if things are better, I suppose. last time I rode it. Actually, not bad at all this time. Pretty enjoyable. The inversion's still fun, and it did feel a little smoother. That scream sound it makes is just the coolest, honestly. All right, more credits. So in order to get to Hurricane, you actually have to walk out of the, quote, main section of the park and then down the street. So we're doing that. So yeah, there is like a little rinky-dink section of the park back here with all the 5 rides. Oh God, Hurricane better be open. Looks better than the one in Atlanta. Still a miler though. Not as bad as the one in Atlanta, I can say that. Hurricane is a pretty solid miler, way smoother than your average miler for sure, and in a different dimension of quality from the Hurricane in Atlanta. I can say that with the utmost amount of confidence. Some good forces, some good G's, like it's just solid. Coaster buzzwords, etc. I know I never go into like enough detail about it, but I feel like you've heard people say all the same things over and over again. Like I feel like at this point, I prefer when people are like, it's good, here's a few things I liked about it, rather than being like, let's break down the nitty-gritty of the laterals and the positive and negative G's and each individual element. It's like, that content's great if that's what you're into, but it ain't what I'm making really. So, you know, this is me. Take me or leave me. That feeling when you walk into a store with absolutely zero intention of buying anything from the jump, and then once you get in there, the social anxiety kicks in and you're like, oh God, I feel bad. I gotta leave. I gotta leave right now. As is usual with my ADHD inspired manic style of planning, we are on a time crunch due to a flight. So we are going to jump out of here and jump right over to Fun Spot Orlando. All right, round 2, Fun Spot Orlando this time. A few credits to get here. Freedom Flyer. There's at least one Sea Serpent kiddie coaster. I think that might be it. I need to check. Let's get in. Guys, look who I ran into.
Hey, you all.
I've been following this man for, actually, probably the reason I started doing this is this man right here.
It.
Yeah, man. Love you, dude.
Thank you so much.
Well, here's one of the credits, Freedom Flyer, because it has been closed every time I've been here, and now it's open. That thing is a lot better than I was expecting. I've had a lot of good luck with family coasters this trip. More forceful than I was expecting. The elements were more enjoyable than I was expecting. I like the layout. The ops are real bad, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. All of these Fun Spot parks really are pretty similar for the most part. I mean, both of the Orlando parks have more to do than Atlanta, but you know, the vibe is extremely similar. One credit remains at Fun Spot Orlando for park completion. Let's knock this out, because I gotta move. It's a Sea Serpent, all right. Another miler. Let's rock it out. I'm ready for these intense forces. Jerky like beast. Terrified. Grover's is better. RMC Sea Serpent. We're making it Grover's. That's all I have to say. While the two parks in Orlando are notably better, quote unquote, I mean, Air Force One pretty much elevates the whole park past both of them, but you know what I'm saying, in regard to variety of things to do. These two are better, but the vibe is pretty similar across all three somehow. Like, to the T. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's weird. There's just a fun spot vibe. It's like that smell at your grandma's house, you know? You know it. You can't put your finger on it, but you'll always recognize it.
Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you.
Just got off White Lightning. It's my second ever ride. First one was okay. Second one, it's grown on me. It really is a great coaster. Great. A classic, I guess. Good ride. Good Woody. You know, it's got a roughness to it, but it's not that kind of roughness that hurts. It's like the, oh, this is old Nest character roughness. It's like your uncle that you know has seen some stuff, but you're like, you ain't sure what. Anyway, guys, with all that being said, I think it's time to wrap this up. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment more. I've been saying that. Please comment more. It helps me in the algorithm and it makes me feel nice, makes me feel validated. Make sure to share with your ex, your grandma. Be absurdly annoying about it. And from Orlando, Florida, until we meet again, travelers, Godspeed.